welcome back to round 2 of the YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this match, we have Kogarasho in the red, who is playing his famous Insect Trap Tricks Naturia plant deck, going up against 87ShoNuff's Yang Zings. And for today's commentary, we have with us once again our statistical mathematician, the Kali Effect.
Why do you always say the same thing in the beginning?
Because I do it so it's like a continuous series, since I put it all in a playlist, so that way it's
so how many times are you going to welcome them back?
Every time, of course.
No, you're not welcome back.
Maybe
so 87ShoNuff, the most scrubbest player in the world, is going to start off with 3 back row and a Yang Zing Sani, or however you say his name. I'm horrible at enunciating names. Everybody should know that by now. But you said that this guy was playing Trap Tricks Insect. What?
Yes, he main decks anti-spell fragrance.
That's spell fragrance too strong. See, look, I know 87ShoNuff personally. He's a plebe. He's the only person that I know that main board Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, like back when Clees and Necros were popular. He was like, nah, man, I can't lose to that Shadow matchup. Went to a YCS, main Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, played Necros and Clee all day. How you feel? How you feel, 87?
But, yes, as you were saying, Kogarasho is playing Insect Trap Tricks Naturia plant deck. That's what he wanted me to call it. Is
that what he wanted to call it?
That's what
he couldn't just call it Naturia?
No, it's Insect Trap Tricks Naturia plant deck.
See, I like this guy's ideas. I just don't like his name calling. Anyways, his name is Koga?
Kogarasho.
Like, can I call him Koga like from Pokemon?
Koga. Yes.
Aw, sweet. He's sick now. I like him now. He's going to set 2 back row and a monster in defense. That's going to be really interesting. I'm pretty sure 87ShoNuff has, what's that Yang Zing? Yang Zing Creation back row, and he's just waiting for his Sani to get ran over. That's why he's going so aggressive with it, you know, just using it recklessly, hoping he run into a Mirror Force or something. But we'll see. It's
going to be, he's going to run into a Howling Insect. Now, 87ShoNuff, since this is round 2, he should be well aware of at least some of the things that this deck is capable of, now that round 1 has been posted. But he's going to search off a Resonance Insect off of the Howling Insect.
Oh shit, I'm liking this deck even more and more. Telling you, man, when I ran that Skill Drain, I actually ran Howling Insects. When I ran that Skill Drain Doom Dozer deck.
Way back in the day.
Way back in the day, when Lightsworn was good back in the day.
Don't you miss Demise OTK format day?
Oh, yeah, man, I missed that. That was the real use for Doom Dozers.
That's what this reminded me of at first. I'm like, oh, Doom Dozer, haven't seen that in a while.
So Koga's going to draw another card. Sitting on a Resonance Insect. God, I'm telling you guys,
only
my
the
enunciation.
Most clear pronunciation in this tournament. He's going to normal summon a glow-up bulb.
Uh-oh. Is he going for 5?
He could go for 5. Now, do you know what Resonance Insect does?
No, I don't. That's what I was trying to read.
So, Resonance Insect, when it's sent to the graveyard, he gets to add a level 5 or higher Insect-type monster from his deck to his hand, i.e. Doom Dozer.
It's an if you can, or when you can effect?
I don't know if it's if or when, but I know that you do it.
Okay, I know that you do it. Well, assuming that he's going to go into Armadas and search, then it would be an if you can effect, meaning that it does not miss timing when sent to the graveyard for other effects.
But Resonance Insect has a second effect. When it's banished, he gets to send an Insect-type monster from his deck to the graveyard.
Where the fuck has this card been all my life? This card is good.
I know.
It's an if you can effect with a send to graveyard effect? Oh my god, hoard this card while you can, fellas.
And it's a common.
Oh man. So Armadas is going to run into 87ShoNuff Yang Zing monster, effectively preventing him from using its effect to cycle through into another Yang Zing monster. Armadas seems to be the answer against Yang Zings, period.
Absolutely. Effectively stopping the effect. That's great
Effectively
repetition.
Stopping the effect, really?
Effectively, yes.
Okay. So 30% of our statistics say when effectively stopping effects means something, somebody wins.
So, being the statistical mathematician that you are you going to go on a limb and say 100% of the time he puts out Armadis that 87ShoNuff is going to lose?
Wow. I mean, that sounds like a crystal ball prediction right there. I don't have any statistics out right now. But if that's your crystal ball prediction,
I was
man,
asking if you would make any predictions.
I wouldn't make the prediction right now. You got to remember, it's a statistical analysis. So until I start seeing some stats,
okay.
I don't say anything.
Okay, but either way, that Armades is going to prove to be difficult for 87ShoNuff to get over.
Oh, most definitely. That's like Yang Zing's worst nightmare. I mean, not only is 87ShoNuff just a bad player, I mean, he can't get over an Armades. He's going to love this commentary, I promise you guys.
Oh, he is. So Kogarasho summoning out the Doom Dozer in defense mode very intentionally so that 87ShoNuff can't crash any of the Yang Zings into it, and then Resonance Insect is going to trigger sending Level Eater to the graveyard.
Wait, it's when it's banished?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was like you can banish.
No,
that's even better.
Yeah, it's when. So.
Oh, that's hella good.
And so now he's going to bring out the Level Eater by Level Eating the Doom Dozer.
Did this man normal summon yet?
He normal summoned the Glow Up Bulb.
Oh, okay. This is the next turn, right?
No, this is still.
Oh no, this is main phase 2. Okay. Yeah.
But now he can special summon the Glow Up Bulb, which is exactly what he's going to do.
Oh, this man's like born a douche. Like straight up, he's like, I'm gonna mess up everybody's day.
And now it looks like he's probably going to go into a Formula Synchron play.
And then eat Doom Dozer again and possibly go into an 8 play.
He could. He could also.
He could make Black Rose. But
he could bring the level. No, he's going to eat the level. He could go into a Mistworm play.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see that.
The level eater would be make it 9.
You were correct.
And he did that in the first round as well. So.
Too strong.
But
that's all I can say about that.
The cool thing is, though, Formula Synchron, he can do it on 87ShoNuff's turn.
So wait till 87ShoNuff gets the appropriate board and be like, you thought Formula Synchron, Mistworm, get that out of here, boy.
Pretty much. That's exactly all. That's all he needs to do, really. I mean, he might. There's no reason to go into Mistworm now since it's main phase 2.
You were correct. So he's gonna pass it back to 87ScrubNuff. See what he does.
We should let the viewers know that the Cali effect isn't biased towards 87ShoNuff at all. They both are good friends. He just likes.
I don't know this nigga. I don't know niggas with dreads. What kind of shit is this? Nah, 87ShoNuff, me and him go way, way, way back. That's my nigga. I actually expect him to win this competition, but it does not look so good for him right now. Looking down on Armades and a possible Mistworm. And he's actually a really good player. He'll be able to play it out. And his techs and ideas to make Yang Zings good is very innovative.
But it looks like Kogarasho is going to go ahead and sync up for that Mistworm.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And, I mean, the biggest reason why I thought he have done on the main phase 2 is to get rid of his Fragrance so he can activate spells and trap cards. Obviously, he doesn't need those spell cards right now.
Right.
So he's going to bounce
both
just the monster.
Yeah.
Both monsters.
I mean, he could bounce a back row. I don't really see that really doing much since he can just set it again.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not beneficial to bounce the Fragrance right now because then 87 will be able to activate spell cards and then set the Fragrance.
Exactly, yeah. So that was really smart of him not to bounce it.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, 87ShoNuff's just going to be forced to pass it back.
Yeah, this is not looking good for you, boy.
And with Level Eater in Grave, I mean, Kogarasho is free to do a lot of stuff right now.
Man, this don't even look like a Notoria deck. This is like a damn insect deck with Mistworm in it.
He did mill off a Naturia Marin with the Glow Up Bulb effect.
Ooh.
You know, those +1s that Marin can generate are
Alright,
scary.
I tell you what. I'm going to play Graph in my Lightsworn deck, and when I mill off Graph, I'm going to call it a Burning Abyss deck.
He does play other Naturia cards. He plays Naturia Bamboo Shoots.
I'm excited to see it, though. I really am.
He plays 3 copies of Naturia Sacred Tree as well.
Okay.
Which has a lot of interaction, obviously, since it's insects and plants. Being able to, do a lot of stuff like special summoning out the Murmilio that he played this turn if it's in the deck to be able to pop
what the
cards.
fuck just happened?
Did
he really just summon Ant-Eating, whatever the thing's name? He really just didn't summon that. He did
just summoned Ant-Eater eating ant, yes.
You're kidding me. You know how long I've been trying to make that card good? You won't even believe it. You know that insect deck I was talking about that I use? Yep. I tried my best to make that card good in there. I love this kid. This kid is like God right now to me.
And with the amount of damage that Kogarasho has on board, I think this might be game.
Scoop it up, game 2. Pick up sticks, 87.
That is 39, 59. That is over 8,000 damage right there.
It's over 8,000! Wait, is it over 9,000?
No, it's not over 9,000. It's just shy of it.
It's shy of 9,000! So yeah, that's going to be pick up sticks. 87ShoNuff obviously has no response. I bet a $40 bill. That is a Yang Z creation face down. A $40 bill, man. That was a Yang Z creation face down. I know 87.
And 87ShoNuff scoops it up. We're going into game 2.
All right. Now, 87, you have approximately 20 minutes to redeem yourself. Every time that Koga summons Armadas, he wins. And I don't like those statistics right now.
100% statistic.
Yeah, it's not even a struggle. It's he flat out wins. I summoned Armadas, good game. And 87's like, okay.
Yeah, but 87 starting off that Jiatu, that's really good.
That first turn bill's too strong.
So where's your $40 bill going on game 2?
Well, it's a 20-minute game left. We can either play 2 10-minute games, a 15-minute game, and a 5-minute game. So my statistical analysis puts this on 87ShoNuff, provided that he sets 2 back row.
Okay. Provided that he sets 2 back row.
2 back row. One of them being a skill drain.
So, well, it's at 3 in this format, so that's highly probable.
Okay, all right. I forgot all about that.
Yeah,
you guys are
still playing
the older
January
format.
list, yeah.
All right, so Vanity's is at 3.
Yep.
I forgot.
It looks like he's going to sync up that Beyond, the Bixi, and the Jiatu for a 7, which most likely will be Yazi.
Yazi too strong.
It is, and that Yazi's unaffected by traps and unkillable by battle, and its own effect makes it untargetable.
That's a pretty strong monster that you can invest into.
Yep.
So 87ShoNuff is this close to fulfilling my prophecy, which would give him a 100% chance of winning.
What?
He has 1 back row, but an unaffected Yazi is just as strong.
So is your statistical analysis still saying he's going to win?
I have my money on 87 this time. That's a really strong Yazi and a back row. I mean, you kind of led me into that, but I don't even care, man. That Yazi is really good right now. It's almost invincible.
It's almost too strong.
It's almost. You're like almost there, man. When Yang Zings do combos like that, they use their monsters to create a synchro summon that's like Yazi, that's unaffected by traps, can't be targeted, can't be destroyed by battle. It's ridiculous. It's a walking scrap dragon with immunity. That's not fair.
And funny enough, Kogarasho playing the Myrmelio and does not have any more targets in his deck to search for.
So now we know he has Bottomless in hand. We've seen a trap hole, so he could have sided it out. But we know that he has Bottomless in hand.
We also know from past games that he does run Void Trap Hole, but again, we don't know if that's in the main or side. I can't confirm that for sure.
Well, Void Trap Hole would not be beneficial to Yang Zings. Maybe he sided out?
Potentially.
If I remember, Void Trap Hole just negates the monster of 2,000 attack and destroys it.
Mm-hmm.
So
it would still trigger.
Yeah, so, whoa, reasoning.
Yeah, reasoning. Talk about interesting text.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this man, he plays so many weird cards.
Well, it makes so much sense, though, because all the Yang Zings are different levels.
You are correct.
So it's a free call, essentially.
Oh, he called 2?
He called 2, and Pulau is a 1.
Oh, and that's free Boxia food. That's not going to be nice.
You mean Yazi food?
You know what I meant. They all look alike.
They're all dragons.
They're all dragons of some sort.
I feel that was I don't know. I mean, I feel that was smart because calling a 2 means he couldn't summon another Jiatu, or is Bixi a 2?
Bixi is a 2.
Okay, so then he couldn't have done that either.
He has more 2s than any other level.
Yeah, so I think that
2
makes
is probably the best level. Yeah.
Yeah. And so using the effect of Yazi, he's going to pop the Pulau and the Myrmelio of Kogarasho, and then Pulau gets to trigger, summoning out a Suwani.
And it's going to fall victim to a Bottomless.
Looks like Kogarasho's thinking about it. I imagine he's going to use the Bottomless here, yeah.
It's going to fall. Oh! We didn't see that coming.
Oh! We didn't see the wiretap coming.
Wiretap! The wiretap, though!
That's big.
Well, at least he has a search for Myrmello now.
That's true.
It's not all that bad.
Yeah. So he'll at least still get the plus. It might be a tad late, but I mean, hey.
Yazi is more than likely going to get 2,600 damage off. Sani is probable, but Yazi's going to get some damage off.
Yeah.
He's going to take that damage with Yazi. There's no, not taking that right now.
I mean, yeah, unless Kogarasho has a Book of Moon, since Yazi's... Oh, no, it can't be targeted. Some of that wouldn't even work.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, it's...
It's pretty much going through, yeah.
Yeah, it's no stopping Yazi right now.
I mean, at this point, Kogarasho needs, like, Raigeki
Jesus.
or Dark Hole or some non-targeting spell.
Jesus?
Or Jesus, yes.
I'm going with Jesus. Jesus de Crystals. I'm going with him.
No, he gets that Dionea, though, to bring back the Vermelio, so he's got a chance to do something.
Well, an Exciton couldn't help him right now. That's not a smart idea because you're playing against Yang Zings, A, and B, you don't have less cards than your opponent.
Yeah, so what could he possibly go into? I mean, he can't target the Yazi. He could potentially...
Honor Arc and Castell are no-goes.
Yeah, looks like he's going to Castell it.
Castell the Sani?
He's going to Castell the Suwani. I was going to say he could 101 or Castell the Suwani.
Yeah, I guess.
But I mean, I don't really know how much it's really going to do.
I mean, it does prevent him from using Yazi's effect to destroy more cards and cycle through his Yang Zings again.
Right.
I mean, that's a plus. But the minus is you didn't get rid of the ultimate threat, which so happens to be a really big threat in Yazi.
I feel like... Oh, and he has the Jatu anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But I think 101 would have been the better play there because he could have taken the Suwani and then
have protection.
Exactly. So even if he did have the Jatu like he does in this instance, the 101 would still be on the field and could at least protect Kogarasho's life points from at least one attack.
I completely agree with that. And that back row is just, like, going to start disappearing. Because Yazi is just a really good card like that.
Yazi is an incredible card.
Yeah, I mean, I play Yazis in any deck where applicable.
Yeah. Is there any other rank 4 that really would have helped out Kogarasho in that instance? Like,
it can't be destroyed by battle, right?
Crazy Box.
No, I mean, it'd do the same thing as Diamond Cream Crab.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it's... I mean, maybe King Crab. Well, no, King Crab can be destroyed, so...
Yeah. I think his options were just really limited there.
He could always go into cowboy.
That's true.
I mean, that didn't help, but
yeah,
at
least he could have burned for the early 800. You never know.
I mean, 87ShoNuff wouldn't have a flawless victory. that's the point. You don't give your opponent the flawless victory.
It's true.
You remember playing Mortal Kombat, the very first one, and then you get stuck in that punch thing where they punch you out and they get the flawless victory. No, you get a punch back in, so they don't get the flawless.
Interestingly enough, we see Glow-Up-Bulb getting normal summoned.
Okay, this is either a really crazy move, a really desperate move, or a really smart move. We're about to find out very soon. 87ShoNuff is definitely taking the bait right now. He's like, Yazi for game? And Koga's like...
He just says GG.
Alright, it's just a really crazy move.
Just a crazy move. But he's going into game 3, so it looks like both players each had just one dominating card that kind of just swayed the match in their favor.
So was my prediction correct?
That he won?
Well, no, now we have a 10-minute game, a 12-minute game.
Well, actually, it's still 14 minutes, so we had a 6-minute game and a 14-minute game.
You know what I meant. I said a 15-minute game and a 5-minute game. 4 in the other number is definitely good enough. It's close enough. It's close enough. All right. So Koga's going to start off first with Trap Tricks and Mary Mello.
Hopefully he has a target this time to search.
He's going to search the bottomless trap hole.
I feel that's really good because just preventing that Yazi from getting summoned as quickly as possible is the best thing he can do. Yeah,
as we can all see, Yazi means game.
And he looks like he's going to foolish... Ooh, Glow-Up Bulb. He's probably going to go into first turn Armatis again.
I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not a huge fan, but I'm not really against it. You know what I mean? Because if he goes into Armatis, 87ShoNuff now has the potential to counter Armatis.
Yeah.
You know, on his turn.
Exactly.
As opposed to going to Armatis when 87ShoNuff can't counter. But then we don't know if 87ShoNuff has back row.
Right.
Or not.
The Armatis putting it out there, it's not going to be doing anything till at least Kogarasho's next turn. It's almost just like they're like, here, deal with me now, or
don't or lose the game.
Exactly, yeah. Which I feel like you almost want to like save a card like that for when you can best use it to your advantage. But
exactly, that's why I'm like, I'm not 100% sure because we don't know 87's hand. It's definitely a bold move, like summoning Glow Bulb in attack position.
Exactly. That's true. The other influencing factor too is maybe he wants to get Armades out uncontested without having to deal with any of that back row.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if 87ShoNuff didn't have back row and had like something like a Raigeki and Dark Hole, then it would have been an L for Koga. But as in this instance, 87ShoNuff does have back row, but nothing to immediately deal with the Armadas. So Armadas is just going to be able to freely deal with 87ShoNuff however he wants to.
Unless Kogarasho has 2 Armades.
No, well, then that's a different story.
Which I don't know if he does or not.
That's a totally different story if he does.
Yeah.
So Armadas is definitely going to go uncontested for 2,300 damage unless 87ShoNuff is going to do something before battle.
It looks like he was saying upon leaving main phase 1, he wants to compulse the Armades, which that really compulse.
Big. Yeah, I don't know, man. The compulse didn't necessarily kill the Armadas, it just delayed its summon.
Yeah.
For future reference if Koga can make Armadas again.
Yeah, because since he already has used Glow Up Bulb, that option is out now. So
he only runs 1 level 1 tuner?
Well, no, I'm saying using Glow Up Bulb. He needs to find another way to sync into Armades if he wants to utilize it again.
You are correct, but didn't we see Call It 100 in his deck?
We did, so I mean, he could
Call It 100, Trap Tricks Monster?
Exactly, yeah.
Like, yeah, but using the mill option for the free Glow Up Bulb to the side of the field is out of the question now.
Yeah. And it looks like 87ShoNuff is going to set one and normal out Chiwen.
Okay, what is up with everybody summoning weak monsters to the side of the field?
See, that telegraphs to me he has a Yang Zing creation back there.
I mean, you know he could set the monster and get away with creation still.
Yeah, but he also might be intentionally trying to bait Kogarasho into attacking it rather than making it an unknown set card.
Great bait, mate. Rate 8-8. No debate. Celebrate. Appreciate. Congregate. No, I'm not going to say that last one. I was going to say the one that starts with an M and has bait in it.
Oh,
but,
okay.
Yeah, never mind. You guys are probably doing that enough right now.
Exactly. What else would they be doing while watching this tournament? But anyway, Kogarasho's going to have to be Duality.
Duality's going to reveal Notoria Cherries, Trap Tricks. I didn't even know that one existed. And Notoria Butterfly.
Trap Tricks Nephanthus, yeah.
I forgot. What does he do again?
That is the one that has a 2k defense, and I believe it's...
He can activate traps from his hand or something?
I actually think it's something like you get to, like... I actually don't remember.
You had one job, Alex. One job.
No, Atrax is the one that lets you activate them from hand. Nephanthus is... Nephanthus does something different. I can't remember.
Okay, so it's definitely the unknown.
Yeah.
Look, there are knowns, and then there are unknown unknowns, and then there are known unknown unknowns, okay?
Things that obviously... we don't know that we don't know.
What? Alright, so obviously 87's taunt move failed horribly.
Yeah.
He's just gonna go ahead and summon a buy-in.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna synchro to Balmung. Oh, he actually did it. I wasn't expecting that.
He could go for Herald of Arclight.
And add a ritual?
I don't know. I'm saying there's more than one level 4 generic.
I mean, yeah, well, there's Armory Arm, there's Phonin Pulse Dragon.
That's true.
There's Balmung, and then there's, you know, Herald of Arclight.
Oh, I think he meant to change it to defense mode.
Okay, cool.
Can't Phonon Pulse Dragon, like, adjust its level?
Yeah, it can.
So that actually wouldn't be horrible in Yang Zing.
Yeah, but unfortunately he doesn't have multiple monsters.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying.
I mean, maybe if he can make that Quasar.
Hey, you never know.
You were correct. If he were going to synchro, I mean, that's not a bad card to go into.
Oh, we see Creature Swap come down.
Well, that's not very nice. I know he's going to hand him a Cherry Tomato Notoria card.
Well, see, that's interesting because that actually would be an option to get out of another Yazi if he makes one similar to Game 2, because it's non-targeting.
Yeah, then why didn't he just save it for Yazi?
That's exactly what I was just about to say, because it's almost like he used one of his only options in case 87ShoNuff does that. Now, it looks like he's going to receive the Beyond, and Kogarasho is going to use the Beyond to attack into the Howling Insect that he gave to 87ShoNuff.
Oh, Creation too strong! I thought creation is when one of your monsters are destroyed and sent to your graveyard.
No, it just says destroyed.
Oh. When a monster you control is destroyed by battle, it doesn't matter.
That's what's even crazier about Yang Zing creation is that the monster doesn't even need to be a Yang Zing monster that's destroyed. It's any monster.
Always thought that part right there in itself was good. And, you know, just the fact that, you know, you can give your opponent, take your opponent's monsters and then have them destroyed is an added bonus.
Exactly. So, it looks like 87ShoNuff's going to get a Suwani off his search, and then since Kogarasho destroyed his own Howling Insect, he got a Naturia Butterfly off his search, and it looks like Kogarasho is going to sink into a 6.
Okay.
Ooh, Saihimuth. Interesting.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
But again, it's almost kind of like the beginning of this game where he synced into Armades. It's like, what's the Saihimuth going to do in main phase 2 other than just
sit there and look pretty?
Right. And again, that's another option that he could use to get out of Yazi, and that he could go into Yazi right here.
Oh, this is not looking nice.
No.
Looks like Yazi might just pop up.
And and skill drain. Okay.
Yeah, I figured.
That's bad.
There you go, 87.
That's really bad for Kogarasho now.
You know what? I think he should have added the Salt Entry, declared the attack, and then activated Skill Drain.
That would have actually could have been a lot better.
I mean, it didn't change anything. It's not like Koga has any back row, but...
Exactly. So, this Yazi is unaffected by traps and has plus 500 attack. So, it can't be destroyed by battle, but it's 3,100.
So, good luck destroying it by battle, basically.
Exactly.
Oh, and don't forget all other monster effects are negated. You can't forget that part.
Yeah, can't forget that. And the fact that Skill Drain is up means that the Saihimuth cannot banish the Yazi.
Yeah. Let's say Koga held on to that creature swap. This would have been definitely a different game right now.
Exactly. I think 87ShoNuff would be in a horrible position if his Yazi were to get creature swap, because that's the only monster 87ShoNuff has, so he doesn't have a choice.
Well, maybe Koga has another creature swap for game?
It's Kogarasho, man. He could pull anything off, but he's going to just pass his turn, though, so...
Oh, man, this is not looking nice. That skill drain just might be getting to him.
Yeah. Now, and he has a Yang Zing in hand. This is going to be a really big turn.
This is getting nasty.
So he's going to use Yazi to pop the Pulao, destroy one of Kogarasho's sets, and then he gets to trigger 3 effects. He gets to trigger Yang Zing creation, he gets to trigger the Pulao, and he gets to special summon Chiwen from his grave. So he just went plus 3 off that engagement. That's pretty good.
That's I don't even know what to say, man. That's just So, new statistic, every time Yazi is summoned, 87ShoNuff wins the match.
That's what it's looking like. I mean, Kogarasho can pull off a miracle here. Yeah,
because this newly summoned monster, probably another Yazi, will be unaffected by traps and gain 500 attack yet again.
Yep.
So, looks like 87 is kind of stockpiling on this trap defense right here. And 2 Scrap Dragons are not, you know, what's worse than 1 Scrap Dragon? Well, staring down 2 Scrap Dragons is worse than 1.
2 Scrap Dragons that are unaffected by traps and are 3,100 attack while Skill Drain is active.
Okay, well, this is going to buy Koga some time.
Yeah.
87 is going to run into the Naturia Cherries. It's going to fetch him possibly 2 more to protect him, you know, from getting smashed on.
And luckily for him, Kogarasho is going to have a Naturia Cherries after the end of this because that Chiwen cannot kill the second Cherries.
You know what? I bet a $40 bill. 87ShoNuff has a Call It Hunted face down. He's going to make Boxio on Kogara's turn.
It's possible.
He's gonna Call It 100. Obviously the level 1 guy that I can't think of his name right now. Todi? Tuali, Puala. I apologize. I'm horrible at Yang Zings now. He's gonna Call It 100, Puala, and then he's gonna make Boxia, and Koga's gonna cry.
I mean, yeah, because Boxia will just be able to shuffle back. It's pretty much just reverse mistworming him.
Yeah. He's gonna wait until he has an established board too. Like, oh, you thought you can come back? Nigga, nope.
And even in this situation, creature swap's not gonna do him any good because 87ShoNuff could just give him the Chiwen and it's not even gonna matter.
Yeah. Which is actually really smart, actually, by 87ShoNuff not to go into the second Yazi.
Yeah, so I think that's exactly why he did. Otherwise, he'd have to do that. And it looks like Kogarasho's going to grab Lair Wire off of Pot of Duality.
Okay, this man's deck just gets more and more interesting. I don't understand it.
Lair Wire is a really... I mean, that card's probably, like, never seen the light of day. I mean, basically, you just banish an insect, and then you get to target a monster and destroy it. And I think the cool thing about it is, I think it makes the Yang Zings miss timing.
Okay.
So I think that's why Kogarasho...
Well,
I'm guessing
it don't matter no more.
Yeah.
Remove and play one insect monster to your graveyard and select one monster your opponent controls and destroy the selected monster. That's interesting wording.
Yeah. I'm guaranteeing that does not have problem-solving card text update.
Yeah. That card's pretty old.
Yeah.
So another Chaiwin hits the field. It's going to be abused by Yazi. Like, I mean, Koga's game was looking so bright at the beginning. And then Yazi got summoned.
Yeah. And I mean, it's just like we were saying, though, with Kogarasho wasting his resources, the creature swap, and the Saihimuth, I mean, it put him in a really bad position now. Granted, I mean, the skill drain would have stopped the Saihimuth other way. I guess the creature swap is the main thing I'm saying.
I think the creature swap is the pivotal point of this game right here.
Yeah.
I really do. Is this nigga going to Formula Synchro? Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was like, I know this nigga is not going to Formula Synchro.
No, he's just going into Boxia instead, I imagine.
Alright, Boxia, too strong!
And now Boxia is going to trigger, which is basically kind of like a Madolche Tiramisu, where it can shuffle back cards into the opponent's deck based on the number of attributes used to summon it, which in this case was 4. Yeah,
I felt that 87ShoNuff could have saved it for, you know, something better, but you know how he is.
And then
scrubbing it up.
He's using the other effect of Boxia to get rid of his set Wiretap to summon a Suwani.
Alright, this man's going in.
And I think, is that exact game?
Oh, man.
19,
31.
28, so 47,
no, it's not.
40.
Wait, no, he did lose 700.
That's 7,800 damage.
Oh, wow.
Is that it?
I mean, yeah, he had 73 if I'm correct.
Yeah, that's 7,800 damage. I think that's going to be it.
All right, so 87ShoNuff is able to claw his way from the brink of death, losing Game 1 by summoning Invincible Yazi Game 2 and Game 3. Definitely a thriller match to watch.
Definitely. Thank you all so much for watching the video, and we will see you in the next match.